Hi, today I'd like to share with you a couple ideas I've been thinking about lately about different ways of playing major and minor arpeggios on the guitar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break them down into various string groups. So this is going to cover a lot of different possibilities. So I'm going to be in the key of G. So I'll be using the notes of starting from here, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So this would be G major, F sharp diminished, E minor, D major, C major, B minor, A minor, G. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to really kind of geek out on this a little bit and show you a bunch of different permutations that you can think about. So it just seems to me, because of the way the guitar is laid out, that it's good to think in terms of string groups. 2-string groups, 3-string groups, and things like that. So I'm not going to start with this low G major chord because of the open strings, and I won't go with the A minor or B minor. I'm going to start right here in the middle with the C major chord. Okay, so here's the strategy. So I'm going to play as many notes as I can play of the arpeggio in the position. So we're going to start with C, and then you can go to my website and download a scale fingerboard of the key of G. So the first example is I'm going to play 2 notes of the arpeggio on the lowest string. So you got C, E, and then I'm going to come to here, G, C, E, G, C, E. So for the first part of the video, I'm just going to do the ascending version just to map it out. I'll do that one more time. So it's C, then E on the same string, G, C, E, G, C, E. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play that in a variety of ways, starting from the C note. So the next one is going to be C, E. So 2 strings together, C, E, and then you're back here, G, C, E, G, C, E. I'll do that one more time. C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E. Okay, so now I'm going to go to 3 strings in a row. C, E, G, and you're back where you were before. C, E, G, C, E. I'll do that again. So now what's going to happen, depending on your hand size and your technique, you can play this as C, E, G with these 3 fingers, or you can go C, E, G and do a little bit more shifting. So I'm going to encourage you in general to do a little bit more shifting rather than stretching, but certainly if you have the technique and the hand strength, you can and size, you can stretch if you like. So I'll use this fingering, C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E. Okay, so the next one is going to be three strings in a row. C, E, G, C. So notice the technique I'm using. This is I'm rolling my finger rather than barring it. So that way I have a nice clean note connection. C, E, G, C. Now here I'm going to go. So I'm just shifting up on the same string like I've been doing in all the examples. So here you have a couple examples. You can ways you can do this. C. You can go E, G, C. Or you can go C, E, G, C, E, G, C. Now at this point it's going to be a little bit harder to get that note, so there's going to be a little bit more stretching or shifting involved. So how about C, E, G, C, and I'll do a quick shift here, E, G, C, E. So that's a pretty good way to do that. I'll do that strategy again. C, E, G, C, shift, E. Okay, so the next one is going to be 5 strings in a row. C, E, G, C, E. So that's even a little bit trickier, right, to roll. So that's really a good thing to practice, rather then it sounds all mushy, especially when you start playing with overdrive. So I'm just rolling my finger there. So C, E, G, C, E. Now once you get to here, G, C. Now I think in this position I'm just going to end on the C note. You can either go bar here, and then either use your third or fourth finger. So I'll play it with the fourth finger again. C, E, G, C, E, G, C. And I'll play with the third finger. And I'll play third finger here also. So C, E, G, C, E, G, C. Okay, so the next one, I think there was an article I saw many years ago. Shane something Lane, I can't think of the guy's name, was talking about this. I think Paul Gilbert talks about this too, playing 6 strings in a row. So C, E, G, C, E, G, and then you can go up to there. Okay, so there's different fingering strategies that would work here. How about C, E, barring with here G, C, E, well, that's actually a roll, G, C, E, G, C. Okay, that's one strategy. I'll do that again. C, E, roll here, G, C, E, G, C. Another one that I've been kind of experimenting with is breaking the strings up into three string groupings. So you have C, E, G, and then quickly shift there, or C, E, G, C, E, G. So it's just a little different way of looking at that. C, E, G, shift, C, E, G. All right. So I think that's all of them for the major. Okay, so now let me go to the D major next. So I'm thinking in terms of C. Okay, now let's go to like a D chord. So this is going to be here at the 10th fret. So we'll do the same strategy here. So D, F sharp. So two notes on the lowest string. D, F sharp, A, D. So there's a roll there. A, D, F sharp, and then a roll here. A, D, F sharp. So once again, I just to make it simpler and more straightforward with the presentation, I'm just doing all ascending arpeggios right now. So obviously at some point then you would also go down with the arpeggio. D, F sharp, roll, A, D, F sharp, roll, A, D, F sharp. Okay, so now we're going to go to 2 strings, D, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp. I'll do that one more time. 2 strings grouping here. D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp. Okay, so now we'll go to 3 strings. So we'll go here. D, F sharp, A, quick shift. D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp. This time I'll do it with these 3 fingers. D, F sharp, A, shift. D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp. Okay, so next time we'll do 4 strings in a row. D, F sharp, A, D. Now you have different choices here. I'll shift with the 2nd finger. F sharp, A, D, F sharp. Okay, I'll do that one more time. So 4 strings. D, F sharp, A, D, shift. F sharp, A, D, F sharp. So now I'll also do it with a tricky finger where I'll use my 3rd and 2nd finger. So you got D, F sharp, A, D, and then I'm going to go here, F sharp, A, D, F sharp. I'll do it one more time. D, F sharp, A, D, here, F sharp, A, D. And then, depending on how big your hand is, you can also do the stretch here. D, F sharp, A, D. That feels pretty comfortable to me, especially higher up on the fretboard. D, F sharp, A, D. And so notice how you have both fingers are free. F sharp, A, D. Or D, F sharp, A, D. And then if you want to do... So there would be different reasons why you would do one or the other. It would be a situational thing. It might be finger strength, or whatever. Okay, so now we'll do 5 strings in a row. D, F sharp, and here's that roll again. A, D, F sharp, and then A, D roll. Okay, I'll do it again. D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, and then I can use my 4th finger here, A, D, or I can use my 3rd finger there. So let's use 3rd finger on each of those frets. D, F sharp, roll, A, D, F sharp, A, D. Okay, now let's do the, I guess it's 6 strings in a row. D, F sharp, I'm doing a roll here with the 2nd finger, A, D, F sharp, A, D. One more time, so D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, D. Okay, and then you can also do There's probably a lot of different ways you can break this up. For right now, I'm just breaking it up into 3-string groupings. D, F sharp, A, shift, D, F sharp, A, D. So personally, I find that fingering very helpful. Sometimes on a classical guitar, or for some people, they might like to use 2 separate fingers there, but I think the roll is a little better. D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, D. Okay. So I guess, okay, that's all of them for the 2 majors, and I'll just quickly do the G1. I'll just do this one here for the G, just the one where it's 6 across. So G, B, D, G, B, D, G, and then I'll do the one where I break it up into 3 strings and 3 strings. So let's go G, B, D, G, B, D, G. So here I'm using a little different fingering here because of how high I am up on the neck. G, B, D, G, B, D, G. Okay, so now let's go to some minors. How about I'll start with the E minor, so kind of in the middle of the board. Okay, so same strategy for the minor. So I have the E minor, E, G. Actually, let me use 4th finger there. So E, G, and then B, E, G, B, E, G. I'll do it again. E, G, B, E, G, B, E, G. And I guess what you could do, I guess you could use your 3rd and 2nd fingers. So let me do it like that also. So E, G, roll here, B, E, G, B, E. Yeah. So as you're looking at this, you can kind of start thinking of articulations. Hammer, sweep, sweep, maybe hammer on there. So right, and then you can do different kind of rhythmic groupings. Okay, next example. Oh, so the two notes. Now, how do you get to here? So quick shift, or you can also do a stretch. So this is something that I've been doing for many years, this stretch here. So I think Berklee School of Music, I think they talk about this idea of learning how to stretch with the 1st finger, learning how to stretch with the 4th finger, learning how to stretch with 1 and 4. So this is just something that you'll have to kind of figure out on your own what works for you. So how about I'm going to go E, G, and then I'll be back where I started from. B, E, G, B, E, G. So there you can use 3rd or 4th finger. One more time. So E, G, B, E, G, B, E, G.